listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
They say the sun and I shine the world.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Eddie Minnis Live, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, Janae's Uniform Center, John's Department Store, Jerkers Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Prestige Sands Games, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
Oh no, 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 no. Baby, tell me where you gone. I've been feeling for your love.
Good afternoon, good day. TGI Friday. This is Pearly in the house. It's Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. So good to be back here with you today. Yeah, my brother, he a little under the weather, so I'm filling in, pinch hitting, relief pitcher, whatever you want to call me today. But we can try and make it right. It's a wet day. It's going to be a wet weekend, so I'm asking you to drive safe out there and be cool on those roads. We want everybody to be safe. But it's good to be here today. Wrap-up week. We're going to do the week in review. We're going to talk about everything that happened this week, get your opinion on it, what you feel about it, and this is how you're going to be a talking head.
Here's how you can become a talking head, brought to you by BTC.
You can call me at 323-6232, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4316, or 325-4259, 325-4259, and it's 242-300-2720 for the toll-free, and you can always text me, which is powered by BTC, 422-4796, yes, 422-4796. What's happening in the headlines today?
It's time for Headliners, everything that's making headlines in the 242, brought to you by the Fine Threads.
The Guardian headlines today, HO8, that means heads of agreement, for $665 million for the GB Shipyard project. PM says shipyard would employ 1,200 employees. Is that 1,200 new employees or the total amount would be 1,200? Got to ask these questions. BPL to get new chairman, minister reveals some board changes. Mitchell says he doesn't think there's an appetite for campaign finance law. And Carnival opens office in Freeport to support Celebration Key. And in the business section, Grand Bahama Shipyard expanding apprenticeship program. Government signed heads of agreement for $655 million expansion of shipyard. Downtown's market slope closer to pedestrianization. Carnival opens office in Freeport to support Celebration Key. And Consumer Protection Commission received 292 complaints so far in 2024. 292. Wow. So what's happening, everybody? Friday, Naughty out a little under the weather, so he asked me to pinch hit. So we're going to sit here, and he tells me on Fridays you have the week in review. We talk about everything that has happened all week. So we can take a quick look at some of the things that made headlines this week. This has been a really interesting week. I don't know where our country going, boy, but it's been an interesting week. Starting out with, I just had it in front of me. What did I do with it? When we look at some of the things that happened in the headlines this week, it's kind of scary, When we look at the Guardian headline, ex-official on murder conspiracy charge, that's early in the week. Change your foot for BPL board. We see that comes up today. Wilson urges against dictatorial stance on banking reform. And Pintard, both government, GPA guilty of Freeport's neck. So we talk about a murder from a high government official. And the BPL thing is, the GBPA thing has been an issue all for the last few weeks. Our Prime Minister and our leader of opposition getting in words. Prime Minister says Pintard is a water boy for the GPPA. Pintard's the only water he carrying is what he carrying to Elutra. PM meets with prospectus buyer for Grand Lucayan. They promise to spend $2 billion. I hope it comes true. I hope it ain't just fluff talk. What else going on this week? What else have you been talking about all week? Earlier, Pintard tells PM revealed PLP donors. F&M leader says he's prepared to reveal who donated to his party. And then we come back today, and the minister and the chairman of the PLP said, you don't think the people ready for campaign finance law? Is that true? Y'all don't care about how these people getting the money, what deals they're striking? I would like to know. I think the appetite is a little bigger than we would think. But I think there's a lot of people who want to know what's going on and where the money coming from. We got a text already. Great show. I love it when I love it when he says great show as usual. We're just starting, but it's a great show. Thank you, and I do appreciate that. As usual, out of those 1,200 employees, how many will be Bahamians, and how many will be good positions other than busboy or maid? Pearly question: did you catch the 999? The Tri-State? No, I did not. I did not. I'm not a gambling person. I'm not a big numbers person. I might, on somebody's birthday, I might do something and stuff like that, but I hate losing. And I work hard, you know. I ain't like I rich. So, but we got a call. I'll call you on there. How you doing?
Happy Friday, Pearly.
Happy Friday, darling. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Loving this weather. Loving it.
Yeah, I saw you. You sure?
Listen, I've been roasting for the last couple of days. I could need some water to cool off, okay?
Okay. Now, when you say you loving this weather, you know, when it's raining like this, you know.
No, not the rainy weather. The fact that the sky is covering the clouds. The sun.
Okay,
the clouds are covering the sun.
Yeah, it's a little
it's
cooler.
not bearing down on me.
Okay, all right. I just got to ask, you know, my mind, you know, I run all over the place.
Never mind. I thought it was only my mind that wanted to.
Oh, no. I no. I ain't even after my daddy on Slack, no.
Don't slap it up. Okay,
what's up? How you doing? What you got to say?
The statement that Fred Mitchell made with not having appetite for that.
Oh, yeah. Mitchell says that he doesn't think there's an appetite for campaign finance law.
I think he's speaking of his party.
Okay.
Because he also, in that statement, he also said that they talked about it but the two sides can't come together. The F&M party and the PLP party can't come together as to what that would look like. To me, I'm skeptical because I'm trying to figure out who wants more out of it and who wants less. So I think it's about what needs to be published, and I think the fight is over how much do you think the public needs to know type of thing.
It gives, you know, some people who give money to I'm not saying it happening here. I'm just going to be general with this statement. Some people who give money to political parties around the world, some of them you don't want to take money from. And some of them believe they give you money, they own you. You know, I remember seeing something in the Punch back in the day after, I think, the 2012 election or something like that, when Nygaard said his $5 million went to good work.
Not just that. I was about to talk about
you see where he is, and you see where he is right now.
He was on video saying, "We win."
Yes, I saw that video. Yeah, some cute girls is with him, though. But anyway, yeah, I digress.
You know, we win.
Yeah, so I remember that.
That means now he is a part of them.
Well, he claimed that at that time, and then they showed videos with him and the prime minister, who was and different former ministers of the government hanging out and stuff like that.
Exactly. So I feel like if I give money and I don't want to be disclosed, I think it's only a few persons that probably want to be, who don't want their name out there.
Well, okay. If you giving money to a political party,
for those who don't mind, put it out there.
Yeah, but you know, they're the ones you want. But they're the ones you want to be careful because they. I think if you're giving, let's say, and that's using this, if it's $10 and anything under $10 you don't disclose, anything over $10 you disclose. So if you ain't want your name, you keep it under the limit. And I'm only using. I'm not saying 10 is the limit. I'm just using that number.
I understand what you're saying, but you also have to look at the fact that, you know, whatever the secrecy is, you even have members of parliament who refuse to, by law they're supposed to, still refuse to
disclose. And that's the question. How many of them have disclosed? Are there any? And I'm saying, hey, Disclosure Commissioner, have all parliamentarians disclosed? Please tell us.
Obviously they didn't, because that was the last statement made that they still didn't.
Okay.
After that point.
And so what happens there?
I'm pretty sure he would have come back by now and say, oh yes, they now have all disclosed.
Well, I put it out there. So anybody who hear this, call it. If you know the Disclosure Commission or whoever's position is called, ask him to let us know, because we want to know.
Please. And then the thing about it is, they don't even want to call the names of our ministers who we put there to tell us yes they did or no they did not disclose.
And I find that interesting.
What does that tell you about this level of secrecy and not wanting people to know what's going on?
Non-transparency.
So if you don't want to announce the ministers, the public workers' name of there who are in the public sphere, you don't want to announce their name. Why should you come and announce mine? Who give you the $20?
And they make and you know something, not just the ministers, them got a disclosure. The deputy directors in the public sector have to disclose as well.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. So who is out there? Give us all those names while you are it.
Yeah.
And which side I would like to know from Mr. Pindad, what it is that you're asking for that you feel like they don't want to disclose, or what it is that you're asking for that you feel is not fair.
You mean
So
in terms of disclosure?
That's a part of it.
No, he's saying if the law says you have to disclose, everybody should disclose. Put it out there. He's also asking if you're giving out contracts, what they call single bid contracts or whatever you call it, let us know who you're giving who getting the contracts. And he's asking that question. And he also says, if you're threatening me, but exposing me, let's do the commission inquiry on Peter Nygaard and let's see where the chips fall. You know, so he calling out. Are they going to do it? No.
Mitchell say there are things that both sides cannot agree on.
That's how you sit down and negotiate. You know, and if the government wants to do things and the opposition isn't, call them out on it. Come to the press and say, listen, we've been talking about this and the opposition refused to come to the table. Or the opposition do the same thing. But, you know, that's why you negotiate.
But nowadays, it seems like Michael Pindad is doing it. Okay, this is what I'm going on. Why don't you come along with me and let's do this? And they always backing down.
Because
so you won't call them our names, or you won't throw stones, but you have glass window.
Well, you know, who live in glass houses in Joe Rock, eh?
All right, Pearly.
Okay. But you know, before I go to this next call, I come to you right now, caller, but I got to say, I can say this every time until I satisfy. Pave the roads, fix these potholes. It's ridiculous how you're driving up in town and I hit a pothole this morning. Every road on this island got potholes. Come on, man, you all just do something about that. And then I got a private call earlier this morning, but somebody talking about the garbage collection. And I don't know how true this is. I'm asking if it's true. How many, who got the garbage collection contract don't own a truck, do not own a garbage truck? Why do you have a contract if you do not own a garbage truck? Why should somebody have a contract if they don't? That means they ain't in this business. You should have a minimum of 2 garbage trucks if you have more than one section, maybe 3. So please, I want to know. Are they giving people contracts for the garbage collection and they don't own garbage trucks, so they have to subcontract it out? Tell me if I right or wrong, people. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Hey, Pearly, what's happening?
I right here, brother. I right here. I just having a good time venting today. I just, just letting it all out.
Yeah, man. We got to flesh it out. But
yes.
I must say that your voice actually is getting out there. And that pothole that we complained about on Bay Lily Drive going into Seabreeze Lane.
Yeah, I saw that. I know that's fixed.
That pothole has been sealed.
Yes, I've been told, yes.
And I'm very happy with that because I landed in that hole twice.
Oh, my goodness.
And I've actually seen a car actually hit that pothole and I almost ran right into the wall to the left of that
yes,
pothole.
And then I've seen a car hit that and the wheel bent off. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So your voice is very effective out there.
Thank you so much. And I'm glad
I want to let you know that.
But I'm going to be an advocate until we get all the potholes fixed.
All the potholes done. I'm still waiting for the government now to take care of Hawkins Hill.
Okay.
There's a big pothole. The road is busted wide open on top of the hill.
Oh, my goodness.
Right on the actual top of the hill, almost opposite the Department of Immigration.
So you telling me all them immigration officers going to work and can't call somebody and say, come fix this? The Minister of Immigration, he can't call his colleague and say, fix it?
That entire road from Hawkins Hill on top of the hill all the way down to Rosetta Street must be resurfaced.
Yes.
Because you have the duck and weave between the potholes and the cracks and the water. They put the water thing in the middle of the road, the grate and stuff. Oh, that entire road has to be resurfaced.
Wow.
They got to fix it. But I'll close on this one, Pearly. Very interesting conversation about disclosure.
Yes.
And if we look at the law, all of those persons who have not disclosed are actually criminals, according to our law.
According to the law? Yeah, you're breaking the law.
Where is the police force in arresting these politicians? You know, you want to arrest a small man for every other little thing. But we have the biggest criminals sitting in our parliament who writes the laws, who enacts the laws, but yet we don't have them being accountable for when they break the laws. Where is the justice system when it comes down to this? And it goes straight across the board. I'm not saying only the PLP in this instant, because I'm still waiting for the Prime Minister himself to come forward and say which one of his ministers have not disclosed in the 3 years that they've been in, but they also the past FLM administration that did not disclose.
I know that this opposition, I did ask the leader of opposition, and all 7 members of parliament have disclosed from the Free National Movement. I know that.
Okay,
I asked that
really,
question.
It goes beyond that.
Yes,
I'm also
I agree.
To those other senior civil servants that have served, that according to what I was made to understand and what I know is that they are supposed to disclose still, 3-5 years after they would have demitted office.
I'm not sure of that.
The reports on these civil servants and these politicians.
So you telling me if you're a deputy director and you leave in 2024, you have to disclose up to 2029? I don't know about that. I got to check that out.
No, I understood that they are still supposed to disclose. I think it's 3 years after they would have demitted office. I could be wrong, but that is my understanding.
Well, I know. I worked with OPM in 20 when the government changed in 21. They sent me home 2 days later, but ain't nobody calling and tell me I have to keep disclosure.
Well, check it out.
I will. I'm going to ask because I ain't want you to send no police to me. I can ask.
Okay. But we have to fix this country, because if the small man can't get away with these things, the big man, by example, should be setting the example on how to be transparent and accountable.
I agree.
That's all I'm going to say today on this. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thanks for taking my call.
Okay. Text says, Pearlie, the commissioner is opening up to talks about what's going on with the police probe case. Well, he said the FBI. Thank you. We need to know. And I may not ask you the dirty details. We just want to know what's going on. You're here. You're progressing. You talk to some people. We can give you a full update once they finish. We just want to know they're here. We want to see them. We want to see picture of them. Know that the investigators are here. We want to know that we can trust this. Thanks for reading my text yesterday, Pearlie. The garbage was magically picked up today. Wonderful. 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 That means they're listening to us a little bit, huh? Great show as usual. Campaign finance law is counterproductive to any party or incoming political party, Pearlie. If I pay a political party $5 million during a campaign, buddy, I win. I want my contract. I own you. You know what $5 million is? Pearlie, at some point, all parties got a campaign money from an undesirable person. What ain't nothing new? Allegedly. Pearlie, go online and see how much for a garbage truck. They ain't cheap. No, they ain't cheap. But them garbage people getting $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month to collect garbage. Don't tell me they can make some arrangements and pay for it on time. Great show as usual. I want someone complaining about the litter in Nassau because the place is dirty. Yes, Nassau is filthy dirty. Yes, it is. It is. It is. And people who have contracts to do road diverges and stuff ain't doing them on a regular basis. They've been the end of the month to do it, so they can collect that check. And some ain't doing it and still collecting the check. And that ain't right. That is not right to us. We are taxpayers. We're paying our taxes, and all we deserve to have reliable electricity, reliable running water. If you get young kids, reliable internet. We expect the garbage to be collected on time, and we expect the roads to be properly. If you're making me pay $200-300 to license my car, man, fix the roads. Make sure the road's right, so I don't have to be buying tires every 2 months instead of every 6 a year. Call you on there. How you doing?
Mr. Pearlie.
Yes, my love. How are you?
Good afternoon.
Good day.
This conversation strikes to my very heart.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I know you know this voice.
Yes.
And the garbage collection.
Yes.
I mean, I don't mind people having a contract,
No, that's fine with me too. Just do it. I agree.
If I'm seeing the job being done, then I'm fine with that.
Yes.
But it's deliberate, and it's just, I don't care. I guess once I can collect my check, to the devil with it.
Yep.
It is so disgusting. I told you about Nassau. It is dirty. I read it the other day, and I was just shocked. It's dirty. It's dirty.
It's something we just ain't doing what we're supposed to do.
I don't agree with any government, whomever is in power, just giving people compensation by giving them a contract. Because at the end, it looks bad on you still.
it look bad if the contracts aren't being properly fulfilled. If listen,
that's my point.
You got people who work for the political parties and campaign and work. Fine. And if it's the culture to give contracts for roadside services, fine. I don't have a problem with that. Give the contract to the brother who got a garbage truck. Give the contract to the guy who got a garbage truck and make sure he collects the garbage twice a week. That's all they ask.
I am right up the road here from you.
Yeah, I know.
All right then.
All right. And I keep telling people. I keep telling people. When I lived in Seabreeze, it didn't bother me as much because I had my bins in one little in a thing with the gate closed, so that and people who have the dogs running wild around the that corner. I live in Chippenham. Listen. I have a choir singing in front of my house every night. 1, 2, 9 million dogs barking. You can't come to that corner, and everybody in the corner can know you're there. But the point is, they also go and eat. So when they smell something in the garbage bin, they knocking it over, and I got to rake it up the next morning, and the neighbors got to rake up theirs.
All right. It just gives us more work than we need.
Yeah, so let's
continue to listen. Let's hope for better.
I hope so. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Let me read a couple more texts. Okay. Hey, Pearlie, I can get the garbage man to collect the garbage. Please work on BPL, water and sewage, and cable to Fixie Luther. I agree. And we're gonna fuss and row about that until Luther is right. Until it is right. This is why I never want use of a nuclear power station, because we don't maintain nothing. After 7 years, there will be a leak. Then you hear boom, no more NASA or piss poor maintenance. And there's one more, Pearlie. You going from Seabreeze to Chippenham, Pearlie, I will look for a job. We can take our first break right now. When we get back, we can get into the buzz. This is Pearlie. Wrap up, weekend review, Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9. We'll be right back.
I've been feeling for your love so long. We can praise God in the moonlight.
Living with a neurological condition shouldn't define you. At Cleveland Clinic in Florida, we do whatever it takes to make life better today while discovering new treatments for a brighter tomorrow. From epilepsy management to specialized spine care and brain tumor surgery, we're delivering world-class neurology care for the day-to-day, for the days you live for every care in the world. Visit clevelandclinicflorida.org/Caribbean.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, don't play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Imagine getting full flavor without your wallet judging you. We're taking value to a newer, crunchier level with our new KFC Snack Box. Packed with 1 piece of juicy fried chicken, crispy fries, and a buttery biscuit, all for just $5.35. Take a break and snack responsibly with a delicious, affordable KFC Snack Box. Order your new favorite deal online with Messenger or WhatsApp Hi to 557-3663 to start your KFC order today. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
Shop early to get your uniforms and catch Janae's Uniform Center's buy 4 get 1 free sale. Free monogrammed and regular school shirts, dry fit and cotton polos, jumpers, skirts, boys long and short pants, PE shorts, underclothes, tights, socks, neckties, belts, sleeping mats, hair accessories, and character work desk. Get 50% off backpacks, lunch bags, and raincoats. Buy 4 school shirts, get 1 free. Buy 2 skirts, jumpers, or pants, get the third 50% off. Need embroidery and monogramming done? Visit Janae's Uniform Center early. Beat the back to school rush. Janae's Chesapeake Road back to school special. Restrictions apply.
Tell them. Splash into summer with CIBC Caribbean. Experience a summer wave like never before when you spend with your CIBC Caribbean Visa credit card. Lucky winners will receive prizes including a private boat charter, hotel day passes, staycations, dinners, and more. Each time you spend $200 or more, you'll automatically be entered for your chance to win. Apply today for your CIBC Caribbean Visa credit card. Terms and conditions apply. Visit www.cibcfcib.com/splash into summer BAH. Promotion ends September 7th, 2024.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
It's time for the buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
They say the sun and I shine the world, but I am some people world, yet never shine at all.
These roads of
And we're back. Talking Heads on a Friday. Yes, this is Pearly, filling in for Naughty. Feel better, Naughty? Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Now, let's read a couple more texts. Pearly, Rodney, somebody getting paid big and hasn't done nothing yet, at least. Scholars read working. Oh, you're talking about the crime consultants. Anyway. Good afternoon, Pearly. How are you? I'm fine. Pearly, the verges and roadsides on Carmichael Road is overgrown. I am sure I saw tigers and elephants when I passed the other day. It is a disgrace, and Carmichael is supposed to be the second city. It is disgrace. The state of the country, no maintenance. Who got these contracts? Who got these contracts? Maybe we need to have a disclosure on who got these contracts only doing the job. Who collecting these checks? But I also hearing is allegedly, I don't know how true it is, that a lot of people ain't getting paid, so they vex. So I don't know what it is. We need to find out. But right now we can take this call. Call you on the air.
Yeah, Pearls, what's going on?
Let's hear my brother. What you saying?
Well, it ain't only tires, man. It's tire rod and it's shocks, it's CV joint, it's bushings, it's stabilizer bar, it's bearing for your wheel.
Sound like this happened to you, eh?
Man, I had cars for the last 35 years, man.
Uh-huh.
I never figure repairs on these bad roads and things, man.
I got you.
I had to change them in the past on
Okay.
these bad roads. The only tires, yeah, in the mind of the only tires. Now, the commissioner, yeah, he telling us something now, but you hear the whistleblower over there say, long time he gone to the FBI. The FBI on the scene now.
Okay.
So he ain't no sleeping underneath no rug and thing now, you know, boy. You know, he's a PLP and he's there for them and he's a Mascorty and things like that. You know more of that. That's finished.
Wow.
And then, they've been listening to you, Pearly.
Okay.
Because Mr. Angliston, Julian Anderson, he's bragging with his MP, and I tell him with some holes in Bamboo Down too. And the next morning, the day right after that, they come and they patch up the holes. But they have a couple more to patch. But the next day, they come and they patch. They just be listening.
They got to, and I can keep making noise with this until they patch the holes. Because it's, first of all, I would like to see better roads, period. But until you are able to pave the whole road, patch the potholes so we can drive without busting our wheel, our CV joint, our tie rods, and all of that.
Yeah, and like how you said, Pearly, we got a licensed guy. I got two guys. I have license. We pay license and insurance, inspection, and all these, and then we ain't getting no good road. Well, something ain't right with that. And then let me end with this.
What happened? You lose your train of thought? You want to say something what can happen in a year and a half or something? I don't know. What you going to say?
No. What I want to say is the garbage collection. That's what I go on this last
Okay.
minute.
Okay.
You don't have no, I keep telling you, Bamboo Down ain't got no problem with no garbage collection. Collection twice a week. Hey, Quelly, I did find out with the company name, Caribbean Race.
Okay.
That's the company name.
Okay.
Caribbean, they ain't playing, but twice a week. No problem. No.
See, that's good.
Collection problem.
That is very good. The Caribbean Race is on top of it and doing it and earning their contract. And then I'm happy for them. That's good. That's what's supposed to happen in more companies. Got to follow what Caribbean Race doing then. Because the fellas who come in Jeppin Arm, they ain't coming twice a week. Fellas in Marathon ain't coming twice a week. The fellas out Hannah Road ain't coming twice a week.
Yeah, they always wrong, Pearly. Every time when I drive around, they come on Monday and Wednesday, or Wednesday and Friday. And if I in the area, they still around there. You park up, going around, collecting.
That's good.
No problem down there.
That's good, but like I say, Jeppin Arm, lousy, Marathon, even and the minister live on Hannah Road that way. And that road they don't collect. Guys drive past and see garbage pile up in front of people's house.
And get the name of the company and expose them.
Well, when you know something, I can try to find the name of the company. The bottom road is you. Environmental help know who have the contract to come up, who coming up Le Mumble Lane, who coming up Hannah Road. They know who got that contract.
Yeah, let's put them on blast.
Collect the garbage, patch the roads.
Yeah. All right, boy.
Thank you, brother. Take this next call. Callie on there. How you doing?
Yeah, give thanks, Pearly.
Hey, brother. What's saying?
Tell me what happens. You want to break a chain of thought. Yeah, listen, Pearly. Two things I'd like to mention. I don't want to comment on the police and their scenario.
I know how you feel, but I know how you feel with that. I know just how you feel with that.
Yeah, what I'm saying, because it's useless. What I'm saying is, just a quick question for the public, right?
Mhm.
You really think like a drug dealer from down south, right? Could come all this way with a plane, right?
Uh-huh.
With millions of dollars worth of contraband, right?
Uh-huh.
And land in the middle of nowhere, Cat Island, Crooked Island, et cetera, where no one lives. You think he's a fool, man? You think he ain't talk to someone? That's all they're trying to show you. Cheap, I take
You don't need to come there. Somebody telling me he can come, right?
Listen to me. Everything cool. I want over. You hear your boy calling talk, but anyhow, listen. I won't get on with the garbage collection or what I call garbage rejection, right?
Okay.
Tell me about Naughty, who's not hardy, to get well, man. We need him. Listen, man.
Sure.
Angliston. I call it Anglestown.
Uh-huh.
Angliston. Is it listening?
Yeah.
I pass northbound. I think it's Key West, more or less, right?
Okay.
Listen, man. We need ordinances in which people who own apartment complexes and who repair cars, and I see like a ton of garbage, man. I feel like I living in a banana. The people don't give a ass because they living in it. The Ministry of Environment should really be going around to people's houses and telling people to clean up their these type of garbage all about on the side of the road. It shouldn't be. You saying environmental health, what is this all about? You trying to tell me now, no ordinances, no nothing. People are just allowed to do. So if the people saying it's more us than them, what that mean is, that mean they nasty then.
Right.
It's more us than them in the inner city. So you trying to tell me the inner city, Party, I grew up in the inner city. The inner city is...
No, I ain't saying in the city nasty. I saying that they need, because we have a stray dog problem in the inner city. You got to collect the garbage on time.
Listen to me. I ain't no nasty or what. But if we look at garbage, what that mean? Are you trying to tell me, Pearly?
I trying to tell the people got to collect the garbage.
Nasty. We should have ordinances in place
Okay.
to just make sure. Because hey, listen, if I was to take a picture and circulate it, I can't see the MP need to ride through the area, man. Them people need to be fined for keeping them piling up them. Listen to me. Where the area where I live on the north side, close to Blue Road, garbage collection is great. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, what's the point if people could just be allowed to pile up garbage? So I mean, the person who have the collection for garbage, they should. I don't know if the people ain't have it in the dump tin. I guess that's the excuse not to move it. But something has to be done.
Yeah.
You can't just let garbage pile up and then the people smile up. Come on, man.
No, but I know. I heard somebody told me that they had a box with a box with the double sized cereal box. So they put 2-3 of them empty boxes and put it next to the garbage bin. The people empty the garbage bin and leave the box with the cereal boxes. You mean you can grab the box and throw it in the thing?
I don't know what's going on, but what I'm saying is we need ordinances. Just like how the government passed the law, but people who own the pot cake got to pay for the license. But I didn't even mind that because people got dogs run out at people. I mean, this is a big joke to and it runs out at people, and this is what they need. I down with the government telling you got to get your dog license and keep him in the yard. That's what I down with.
I down with that too.
What type of ordinances do they need? See, but I know they don't care about the city. Capelli, come on, man. Come on, listen. This place makes me. Hey, listen to me. These are a bunch of jokers, man. Get that, yeah.
Okay, brother. That'd be... Boy, anyway. Good day, Pearly. And good day, Pearly. Nassau don't just have trash pollution, but also noise pollution. You can't even go sit on the beach if you're in your car trying to get some quiet time before some idiot comes and park on the side of you blasting their music. You're trying to sleep at night and some idiot comes through the corner at 2 a.m. blasting music. I know your pain, mate. I know your pain, Texter. Hey, Pearly, they will fix the potholes before election. They always does. I'm trying to figure out who they work for. SMT. For real. And then we go right there and vote because, they fixed the road. You should have fixed that long time. Pearly, immigration need to stay on Cowpen every day in the morning. The half of Haiti is being standing there in the morning. If they listening, tell them I need some fill for my property and a contract. I will not be like the rest. I will actually do my job. Brady, what is government going to do about all these murders? This is ridiculous. A travel advisory coming soon. Did they lift the travel advisory? Pearly, could you please let the GPPA that the water lines need to be changed? The water was rusty from 1969. Which water lines were? Which water line? Callie on there. Go ahead. I can come back to that. Callie, go ahead. How you doing?
Hey, Pearly, how are you?
I am most wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing well. Great show today. I just wanted to I driving on the street, y'all talking about pot cake. The pot cake's having a whole meeting, but four of them on the side of the road, laying down, having conversation.
That means one of them on heat. That's why you see that. They
But I know y'all are talking about the pothole situation. But with this dog situation, I remember some years back there was a pot cake epidemic in Providence. What happened to Humane Society? They ain't picking up these dogs.
It's so much. There's so many. You had some veterinarians came in from the States to come and spade and neuter a lot of dogs, and they got some pushback from that. They got people saying, "Oh, they coming to do this, do that," so people stopped them. But I thought it was a wonderful program that was helping because we have too many. See, people getting dog. You can't feed the dog. The dog go get bigger. He have 12 puppies. Then all of a sudden you got 10, 15 dogs running around the yard. All of a sudden. So there's.
Yeah, I think the government needs to look into something that. Now my next point. The straw market.
Yes.
I was watching the news and my heart just breaks listening to that poor woman because when you go on Bay Street, you just see ships just park up.
Yep.
And it hurts my heart to know that straw vendors isn't making any money because the product that they have at that harbor, the way that they design that with all those other retail stores and different stuff like that, by the time it's the stores tourists leave the harbor, they already get their shop on.
Wow.
They finish. They either just want to go to Atlantis, Bahamas, maybe down to another native attraction, then they won't come back on the ship.
Wow.
They already shot.
But shouldn't the management of the straw market work out a deal with the ships that they direct there? Because the ship people direct you where to go shop. Didn't they direct them and say check out the straw market? But is the straw market also? This is the question. And please, y'all don't cost me straw people. Do they have straw in there? Do they have straw bags and stuff? Because one time people said they were changing for kind of stuff.
They purchase a lot of items, but I do think that if they fix that straw market up a bit better, that could be a tour where
Yes.
you walk in there, you watching people, because that's how it used to be when I was a little girl.
Yes.
You see the women sitting down actually making the straw bags. So we're to a point that nobody's doing that anymore. That's just basically a flea market now.
And see, that's what's scary about it. I remember when I was many moons ago, I went to Long Island and we went picking tops. And I took one bunch for the lady across the street from me and she was plaiting and she showed me how she's plaiting it. And then she sold it to people in the straw market to make the bags. I don't see that happening anymore.
Yeah, I think the straw market, they need to come up with their own marketing design for them to help them make that money because you have generations in there. You have Grammy, great-Grammy, great-great-grandchild, all of them in there.
Yep.
It's family business.
Yes, it is.
So we have to do something to help the people. You just can't say, okay, because they're selling the fake Gucci and stuff, leave them there to sweat inside there.
Yeah.
We have to come up with a formula. The Ministry of Tourism, as well as the association that deals with the straw market, has to figure out a way that they can help these people.
Are they even checking?
To earn an income.
Are they even checking for them?
I don't think so.
Because I remember when it opened up, it was a wonderful building that had the big fans keeping the cool air going through and all that. And I always told family when they come hit the straw market, particularly young men, because I say them women that make you feel so good. Hey, good looking. Hey, pretty lady. They still do that.
Yeah.
I think I gotta go. I'm gonna go for a walk in the straw market this week and just check it out.
Yeah, great show.
Thank you.
Continue to listen.
Thank you so much. Thanks for calling. I appreciate you. Caller, you on the air. How you doing, caller?
Pearly, good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, lady. How you doing? I hear your voice in a little while.
Hey, busy.
Okay, what's up?
With straw work money.
Yes.
But
Okay.
listen,
Yeah, because you are in that business, aren't you?
I am in the authentic Bahamian art
Okay.
and souvenir business.
Okay.
And we need to realize that those people, the straw business people, don't only carry straw work.
Okay.
There are so many other components, so many other products that go into the market, the straw market concept.
Okay.
There are the wood carvers. There are
Yes.
the jewelry makers. There are so many things going on when it comes to artisans in the craft industry in excuse me, in the country. Now, when we look at the cruise ships coming in, you have
drink
a
some water.
multitude of crafters, artisans, gift stores at the port. Therefore, when people come off the ship, for those who come off, they want to go straight to the beach, and then they purchase items at the port. So, as somebody has always said, perhaps there needs to be a collaboration with the Straw Market Authority, and there are business people in that straw market. Notice I'm not calling them straw vendors.
I'm listening to that.
Business
Yeah.
people in that straw market who produce authentic Bahamian products. Now, they may be overshadowed by everything else that's in there, but there are authentic Bahamian products in the market. Look at our wood carvers, all right? There are a lot of things going on with authentic Bahamian craft.
Okay. So we're not promoting it enough. Are you saying that?
There is much promotion of it, but probably perhaps only a segment, or they're only looking at a particular area, and you need to market the entire country where there are those setups. All right?
Okay.
We're not doing that.
Okay.
Yes, we're not doing that.
Okay.
And it needs to happen. And as I always say, when people come to our country, they come to see us.
Yes.
Not just going on a tour that would take them around the island. People want heritage tours. They
Yes.
want to see how we live,
Yes.
how we worship.
Yes.
I believe people who are creating the tours, they need to be more
Creative.
creative. I was gonna because I used creative already.
Yeah.
But you understand what
No,
I'm
I
saying?
understand what you're saying because back in the
Okay.
day, tourists actually walked over Market Street, going to I want to say the something slip. I can't remember the name. Going to the Banana Boat, going to Freddie Munning's
Banana boat.
the Banana Boat, going to the other places like
there
that.
were many more attractions.
Yeah.
There were many more
Yeah.
attractions back in the day. And I believe some attractions have been created, but our Ministry of Tourism needs to get to work. Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Tourism needs to get to work, and you have to know what's in your inventory, what's in your portfolio that you can market and sell.
Yeah, because we can't brag. We
not
getting
doing that. They're the marketers. They need to do it.
yeah,
All
and
right?
you got
Now,
to. I agree.
I can't speak for me because I must say thanks to Ministry of Tourism for certain things. But I've had to work. I've had to put in the work
Yes.
to get what I'm getting out of it.
Okay.
And it doesn't come easy.
I understand.
Everybody just needs to work together. We don't work together. That's our problem.
Yeah.
Have a good evening.
Thank you, my
Shirley.
dear. Thank you so much. Boy, call you on there. How you doing?
Hey, what's happening, man?
All right, yeah.
Yeah, the lady, she made some very good points, the last caller.
Okay.
The caller before that, what we got to understand is that not because we see 30,000 people coming forward means they guarantee to spend their money,
Point.
I mean, we can talk about the cruise port all we want. We could talk about the private island all we want. That place, the private island only could hold so much people.
Yeah.
If 30,000 people come in the port one time, only but 50 or 2,000 of them could go to the private island. Where the rest of the people?
Yep.
The issue is, what are we doing to create memorable experiences for these guests? What are we offering that these people won't stick their hand in their pocket to purchase?
Exactly.
They must go to Disney every summer, some of us.
Yeah.
Do we go and experience the same ride to Disney every summer? No.
No, we try something different.
You try something different.
Yeah.
You go into the...
Well,
to the
wait, hold on. I go to Small World every time now. That's all right. Yeah.
I know, but...
yeah, but I know what you mean.
But think about it.
I understand what you're saying.
And then what we don't understand, everybody that's coming on a cruise ship and the first-time cruiser.
Yes.
They've been to this destination before.
Okay.
So they then over that Nassau.
Okay.
They might want to go to the beach.
Okay.
Have you ever been come off. I'm a cruiser.
Okay.
And I sometimes I come in the Nassau port.
Okay.
If 30,000 people within an 8-hour span docks at Nassau Harbor,
Yes.
you're then frustrated because it's congested.
Yes.
Everybody's in the same area.
Yes.
Nobody wants to. We don't have anything. People venture into Foxhill, into
Exactly.
Clifton, into those particular places.
Exactly.
Creating experience outside of 1 or 2 mile area. Everybody by 66 Steps, everybody by Fort Fincastle, and those particular sites, they ain't fix up.
No, they aren't.
So government has to play. Government have to play a role along with Bahamian people. We have to blame ourselves too, because not because you're selling a T-shirt or a straw basket, meaning that these people can buy it. Why don't you utilize creating an experience where they can see these things being weaved?
Yep.
And they can participate.
Yep.
So much potential, but Bahamian people feel that the cruise ships are bringing the people, so they must spend.
We want to be
but they gotta spend
spoon-fed.
their money with you.
We want the person to mix the porridge, take the spoon, and put it in our mouth, and we don't want to feed ourselves.
Exactly, times has changed, man.
Yeah, you gotta.
The tourist is a different tourist. A lot of these tourists are coming here for experience. Let me tell you something. There's something called a herd mentality. When they come off them boats,
Yep.
they in the destination and they try and get to the beach because
Yep.
they know they're here for 8 hours. Look at the closest beach in walking distance from the cruise port is Junkanoo Beach. You
Yeah.
been there?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've
been to
seen
that
it.
place?
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Hey, come on, man. We got to get serious. You talk about infrastructure also, man, today.
Yeah.
And the infrastructure don't allow. I run a bicycle tour, an e-bike tour,
Okay.
right? Me. And I have guests that want into the city and do an e-bike tour. When they come into Nassau, they travel all around the world and they say, hey, man, I want to do e-bike, but this place ain't bike friendly.
Yeah.
You want people to create tours, new tours in this country, but you're not providing the infrastructure for people to do so.
Yeah. Yeah.
How I bring you an e-bike tour, but no bike lane, pothole in the road? It's not
Car tooting you out the road, almost knocking you down. Yeah, I know what you mean.
exactly. So you could tell Bahamas all they want is to create experiences, but are you putting the infrastructure in place?
Yeah.
Is there bathrooms at Junkanoo Beach? 2 bathrooms, two little bathrooms.
Wow.
But you want 10,000 people on the beach.
Yeah.
And that's the issue with we have, man. Horns blowing, big trucks coming into downtown. The fort don't have bathrooms waiting, but you want the tourists to come off and spend money.
Yeah.
We got to look in the mirror and say, man, we ain't serious.
Let's get it right.
It's about sustainability, man.
Yeah, let's get it right. Thanks.
Okay,
Thanks, Carl. Appreciate that. That's a good call. Carly on there. How you doing?
Hey, Putty.
What's happening?
Radio man. Listen, this is easy fix, The Deputy Prime Minister said that if you're not making any money, come and see him. So all the people who ain't making no money,
Make an appointment to see me.
they need to go see the DPM. So the Bible says that your word is that you're bound by your word.
Yes.
I ain't making no money. You got to help me, buddy.
All right. Well, go see him.
Yeah, but the other thing is that whose responsibility is to market, because the straw market is the world famous straw market.
We have a board. Don't we have a straw market board?
I as far as I know.
All right. And you have an association.
There's a straw market authority.
Right? The straw market authority. Then the straw vendors have an association.
Right.
And then the Ministry of Tourism. They should be collaborating together to make that happen.
Right. In order to make it happen.
Yeah.
Because it's not like they didn't know what the port was doing from day one.
Yep. Exactly.
They knew what the port was doing. I mean, they had these so-called things in the port before.
Yep.
This other port was there, but now it's just expounded. So, I think that the Ministry of Tourism need to collaborate with these cruise lines and whatnot, to bring people.
I agree.
And to have activities within the straw market itself too, in order to attract. But and they're so congested. It's really difficult to even maneuver in their mind.
Boy.
So all of those things you need to look at.
Okay.
But putting one other thing, I don't know if you can help me with this, but are you at liberty to say what is happening with Darren?
With who?
With Darren Cooper in Freeport.
I heard what happened. I haven't spoken to him. I intend to speak to him this weekend. I understand that he had a show Monday, and right after that, his place caught a fire, and I haven't talked to him to find out if it was arson or if it was by accident. But I'll find out. All right, I'm sure he'll be on the show Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday, is it? Freeport is Tuesday, I think.
Oh, okay. All
All
right,
brother.
thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, we got to go, but let me get a couple of texts in quickly before I go. Good afternoon. Government needs to look into these body workshops in residential areas. Pearly, the water line in Lewis Yard, Grand Bahama. They have items, look at the bottom, made from China. Pearly, the straw market is run by foreigners. Pearly, the stray dog problem is a serious commentary in the mentality of most of the people over the hill. And finally, we are saying things have changed and we still expect tourists to purchase platted bags. When I went to Disney World as a child, we had PowerPoint screens. I returned to Disney as an adult and everything is CGI and AI. This hour went real fast. It went real fast. But I do appreciate all the calls. I appreciate the texts. We're going to take a break. When we get back, we're going to talk sports. Getting ready football. College football this weekend. This is Pearly, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM Talking Heads. We'll be right back after the news.
Thanks and praises. I've been on my own, but we ain't never left alone.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
KFC Bucket Meals, now with large sides. Make your wallet happier with a KFC Family Bucket featuring 8 pieces of juicy chicken, family fries, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4. A KFC Deluxe Bucket with 10 pieces of delicious chicken, 2 larger sides, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4 to 6. Or a KFC Party Bucket with 15 pieces of our chicken, 3 larger sides, and 6 biscuits that feeds 6. And we'll handle the dishes, plates and utensils included, so you can lick your fingers in peace. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
That's astonishing. Where is the remote? Who turned the TV off?
Sorry, hun. It's a power outage.
Power up your home with a renewable energy system. CIBC Caribbean offers up to 100% financing on residential photovoltaic systems to keep you powered up during outages. Ask your relationship manager or sales specialist about our renewable energy loans. You may also visit CIBCFCIB.com/renewable energy loans for more information. Conditions apply.
Put your best foot forward this school year by shopping at John's for your back-to-school footwear needs from toddlers to college students. Have your child looking smart in a pair of Skechers, Nikes, Hush Puppies, Sperry brand styles, and many more. John's collection of durable and sharp styles will have your child stepping with confidence all year round. Need socks and a belt? John's has got you. And don't forget our new Spray Ground or J-Whirl backpack and lunch containers too. You can find all this and more with the best prices and customer service in town at John's on Rosetta Street and Carmichael Road.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Eddie Minnis Live, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, Janae's Uniform Center, John's Department Store, Jerkers Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Prestige Sounds Games, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
Oh no, 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 no. Baby, tell me where you gone. I've been feeling for your love so long. We can praise God in the moonlight.
Welcome back. Talking Heads Friday. Sports time, Guardian Radio. This is 96.9 FM, Pearly in the house. So good to have you back here. You want to get to me, 323-6232, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4316, or 325-4259, 325-4259. And you could call me toll free at 242-300-5720. And as always, the text line powered by BTC 224796. Good to be here. This is the sports weekend. college football kicks off. Yeah, Colorado won last night. Yeah, prime time, and Deion Sanders in Colorado won last night. It's a lot of pressure on him, I guess, to make Colorado relevant. But let's get right into Today in Sports History, brought to you by Naughty Johnny's. Today is Friday, August 30th, 2024. Today in sports history, in 1905, Ty Cobb made his major league batting debut with the Detroit Tigers. In 1918, the New York Giants beat the Brooklyn Dodgers 1-0. The game only took 57 minutes to play. In 1937, Joe Louis won a 15-round decision over Tommy Farr in his first defense of his heavyweight title. In 1966, Pete Rose of the Cincinnati Reds hit home runs from both sides of the plate against St. Louis. In 1984, U.S. President Ronald Reagan and several others were inducted into the Sportscasters Hall of Fame. In 1987, Canada's Ben Johnson set the world record in the 100 meters race at 9.83. Johnson later lost the record due to steroid use. In 2001, Ashley Martin became the first woman to play in a Division I football game. She kicked 3 extra points in the game. And finally, in 2002, the Major League Baseball Players Union and the team owners came to an agreement to avoid a players' strike set to begin on that day. And today's sports quote, "It ain't over until it's over," Yogi Bear. That's your sports quote of the day. All right, Jeff, you got that? You heard it? Let's look at the home court. What's going on, brought to you by Burger King. Let's go on and see what's in the sports section. Brown makes 200-meter final. He is the only Bahamian to advance to a final at the World Under-20s. Strawn released by the Panthers. Oh, boy. Sorry to hear that. And BGDSA playoffs and championships set for this weekend. For all this rain, I hope they get the games in because it looks like it's going to be a lot of rain this weekend, but I hope they get those games in. Get that championship out of the way. Boy, who's in? And I say who's out? And, some good news came across my desk today. My Miami Dolphins, we signed an extension to our coach, McDaniels. He's with us until through the 28th football season. 2028 football season. So we got him for the next 5 seasons, counting this one. Season 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 5. We got him. He's there. And I finally think that the Dolphins have their coach. And hopefully we will see some good results this year. Break Naughty's heart by going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, when I spoke to Naughty, check on him today. He done predict that his Cowboys will finish 12-5. They will win the NFC East. They will go to the Super Bowl, and they will win the Super Bowl. And then I tried to pinch him and tell him wake up because he got to be dreaming. What do you think? Who do you think is going to go to the Super Bowl this year? Season start next week. We could get more in depth into football. College football is tomorrow. The big game, University of Miami at Florida. That's the battle for Florida. That's going to be that rivalry is going to be starting back up because University of Miami's got a pretty good team now. Florida's always going to have a good team. I don't know if any of them will make the top 12. College football has moved to 12 teams now. It used to be 4. And then so that was always controversy at the end of the season, who the selection committee picked. And they always try to find a way to get Alabama in there. Yeah, I said it. They always try to find a way to get Alabama in there. But Alabama got 9 losses, and they still try to figure out a way for Alabama to make it there. They never had 9 losses. I'm just saying that. But they'll have 2 losses, and they still try to find a way for Alabama to make the playoffs. And when other teams are undefeated, other teams have 1 loss, and you will push Alabama above a lot of them? No. The devil is a liar. So this year, to help Alabama, this is my story, and I'm sticking to it. They expanded to 12 teams. So I think the 5 power conferences, well, their winners, their division, their conference winners will all be the first 5, and then they find the next 7 from there, from the better teams, the higher ranked teams, and the teams that do better. So you should pretty much so eliminate that controversy. Nah, because those sportscasters and ESPN and Yahoo Sports and CBS Sports and NBC Sports and all of them can find a way to figure out why Team 13 or 14 didn't make it over Team 12. And they're going to have that story come out there and have you making that talk, which is, in some degree, good because it keeps the conversation going. But in some degree, it's disingenuous because if you got 12 now, you can't tell me, oh, Ohio State made it, but Iowa State should have made it, or Colorado State should have made it, or Florida State should have made it, when each of them get 4 losses or 3 losses. So I look forward to see how the selection committee does. We know the first 5 come from the conference champs, so that's easy. And then they get to pick the next 7. And usually, when you look at the argument that they've been having about it, you don't get much deeper than 12. You might argue that team ranked 12 should make it, but I don't see a team that's ranked 17th, and they may have 1 loss. And it goes by the power rankings, who you play, who you beat, who you lost to, and because a team with 2 losses, like in Georgia or maybe a Florida, but don't call me Mr. KC. I just use them as an example. Say a team like Georgia has a loss to Auburn and a loss to LSU, but still beat up a lot of top 20 teams. Yeah, but so they will probably make it. And then you can argue, this other team only get 1 loss. Yeah, but it depends on who you play. And some of them have some fluff schedules. So it's important that they pick up tough games, and I think you'll start seeing that happening more. You'll start seeing some rivalry come back. A team like Notre Dame that refuses to join a conference remains an independent. I think they rank 7th so far. Teams like them, they play a lot of tough teams, and a lot of people say, why Notre Dame only be that because Notre Dame entrance requirements are very strict. So if you see fellas on a football team, they smart kids. They ain't just giving you a scholarship because you can play football. You got to be able to get into Notre Dame. You got to be able to maintain the grades and get have the grades to get into the school. So then I admire that. If they was to drop the standards, they'd probably be a powerhouse every year. Pearly, good evening. I need your expertise like last year. I placed 5th in fantasy. Please, man, send me the top 10 receivers, top 10 running backs for the season, please. I'm gonna take your number down and I'll text you later and tell you because I did my first fantasy draft. I did that yesterday. We have my cousins and I and my nephews and my sons. We have a league, and we had our draft yesterday. I pulled a fast one and then drafted Mahomes yesterday. I got Jamar Chase. I got a couple other decent players. I picked. But if you're a fantasy person, there's so many different areas where you can get information. Yahoo Sports have a good one. ESPN has an excellent one. There's an app called Sleeper. That's the league we're in now. They have a pretty decent one. You could go online and you could study up. TikTok has been dropping a lot of mock drafts and who you should look at drafting if you pick this one for us, because we know like player like McCaffrey is number 1. I see Saquon Barkley is way up there in ranks. Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill is wide receiver. Waddle is not a bad choice. Justin Jefferson is a good choice. But I'll take your number and I'll text you later, and then I'll send you some advice. But my rule is when you win, you got to buy me lunch. All right, that's lunch. I don't eat big, that's Great Cliff. Carly on there, how you doing?
Hey, Pearls, what's up?
What's up, my brother? Hey, what's up, Coach? Listen, your wife texted me and said, you hang up on her. You hang up on her just to get to the show. I really appreciate that. You know my husband hang up on me just to listen to you?
Well, anytime the Dodgers winning and we about to go into a big
yes.
big series.
Yes.
Me and you got to talk.
Yes, that was a good. That was a Bobby Miller did well yesterday.
I'm telling you.
He's starting to come around.
Hours before the game, when they saw the lineup, I was like, wow, okay. I mean, I know this lineup, but this isn't amazing. The guys that Dave Roberts plugged in, Austin Barnes, Good Kim, Miguel Rojas, and I said it's starting to come around where these guys on the bench realize it.
Yep.
And listen, October around the corner.
Yep.
Let's show these fellas what we made of, man. Because, that's what we need going into this type of series with Arizona, man.
Yeah, Freddie Freeman will be back in the lineup today.
Yes. So that's crucial. That's a crucial one for us. We need to stay on a strong method.
I said it yesterday.
They catch us off guard.
Yes.
We need to stay on the strong method.
I said it yesterday. The Dodgers will take at least 3 to 4 and probably sweep the Arizona Diamondbacks this weekend.
Yes,
I'm telling you that.
Yeah, man.
They've been hot. They like 26-9 or 26-10 in the last 30-some games. So baseball is a very cruel sport to you. It's a fun sport. It's a great sport, but time for a little losing, yeah. And I think this way can happen this weekend. I think it can happen this weekend.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. But it's such, you know, people, I know people say it boring and then, but if they only know, listen, man, this is what it is. I mean, you see those races?
Yep.
You see how many people love it. Oh, listen to me. Man, I even see the Tigers.
Yep.
Like almost playing 500 balls.
Yep. So there's a lot of parity in the league this year. A lot of teams are playing a lot better baseball this year. Yeah.
So Oakland is 100% better than they were last year.
Yep.
And people will be like, "How you can say that? Look at their record." No, boy. They just listen. They really impressed me this year. I can
No,
say that.
their record don't reflect the quality of the team, and they're young, and so they'll be a lot better next year if they keep the team together.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's good to hear from you.
Thanks for calling, bro. I really appreciate the support. I really appreciate the listen. I really appreciate the call. Thank you so much. And tell the missus she can be all right. Don't worry about that. Tell her between 4 and 6. Don't mess with us.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah. And I got a meme. I sent out now. I sent to my girl. I said, 8 p.m. from 8 p.m. Thursdays, don't call me. After 12 on Sunday, don't call me. And after 8 p.m. on Monday, don't call me. Let me watch my football and then we talk.
Yeah. I think you had that. I had to. Someone sent that around. Trust me, I sent it straight to her.
Okay.
She quiet, man. She go on mute. I got the silent one off. She know what time it is. Yeah.
Okay, brother. Take time. Call you on there. How you doing?
Yeah, bless up early.
My brother, what's up?
Yeah, you know me in Muff Cool, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Muff is the Dolphin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I watched on your preseason game. You all had one recently, but I had a chance to watch the Raiders, Chicago, and San Diego last week, right?
I don't normally watch preseason because after the first couple of plays in the first quarter, nobody's played.
You know, I see like the last game we had the Steelers, right?
Yeah.
They had Jalen Warren and the next guy named now Najee Harris, right?
Yeah.
And they looking good. You know, I always respect the coach because he always able to do these things. But I know you starting to throw a bar, but that's a couple of weeks out, right? Let you know they ain't gonna be like that. I just wanted to know what you think with your boy Russell Wilson as QB.
Wait, listen. I
mean, you think because
I always liked him from he was in Seattle. I've been a big Russell Wilson fan, but I don't know if he still got it. And this is going to be a test. I probably, and my prediction is, if he doesn't come out the gun playing really good right away, by week 3 he's going to be on the bench.
Yeah, but hold on. I see your boy Naughty them Dallas. You think the boy Lance make the cut?
Oh, Trey Lance?
Yeah.
Not the start, but he can be backup.
Wait, but I think I saw Naughty them Lance the tight end, right?
No, he's a quarterback.
Oh, no, it's a quarterback. Somebody I see that. Where is number 19? What is number 19? I saw someone making some good catches, and then Naughty them have a good.
No, I didn't see you talking about CD Lamb. You talking about CD Lamb.
Yeah. He's a Mark Bavaro type tight end. It look like they offense together. So I was watching it. I don't really pay too much attention to the preseason game, especially after the pandemic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't. But I don't watch preseason because a lot of those players. You know, I end up watching the fourth quarter of the Dolphins game, the last one.
Yeah, but I was calling to give you a little joke. You know.
Go ahead.
I had a dream, right? And there was a guy dressed. It's an NFL dream. A guy. The guy was dressed in yellow and black, right?
Okay.
And he was running and nobody could have stopped him.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just watch yourself because I hear you talking. I hear you saying that we shouldn't be doing nothing, right? But I looking at what I see, a lot of them guys, I mean, like, for what I see from Dallas, Chicago, and the Raiders, I think they could be doing a little better. San Diego look good, too, because they end up I couldn't believe they beat us, man. Anyway, give thanks.
Okay. The text, my Dolphin girl, text me later, okay? And we'll talk about with the pick. I remember we talked some football last year. Listen to me, caller. I can say this. You hang up quick, but I can say this. I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to be the team that we're used to seeing. I just don't feel. I don't know why. I could be wrong, and I would stand corrected if you see December coming, y'all in the money. I will be the first to apologize to you, brother. But this could be the first season in years that the Steelers don't finish with a winning record. This could be the first season in years. Not saying it can happen. I don't think the Dallas Cowboys can win that division. I believe Miami's going to win that division. So there I said it. Call you on there.
Caller, the best thing about the Steelers is they coaching. That's the only thing they got right now.
What's up?
They have a good defense, though.
They have.
The quarterback situation.
Yeah, it's something that can be concerned about. Yeah, I agree.
Exactly. You need to be watching the 49ers because we got a
Oh, Lord of mercy. Okay. Oh, Lord. Go ahead. You sign a wide receiver, you would get a 4-year, $120 million contract.
Pretty still, he rookie contract.
Yeah.
He can be good, man. Don't worry about our left tackles. He can get signed.
But but if you don't sign him, you're gonna be in trouble. Purdy can be in plain trouble without him.
He is whole out. That's the only player in the NFL who is really whole out.
Yeah, he really holding out, but he holding ground. He holding ground for real.
Oh yeah, he got all that money, man. He ain't watching nothing.
I don't think you can sign him before week 1, though. I think after week 1 you can sign him.
But eventually, when Purdy get all slammed down, I think they have to sign him. When they get blindside from that left side,
wait, listen, and you need that left tackle. That's your most important play. Yeah.
Oh, the best non-quarterback NFL player in the league.
Yeah.
You need that.
Yeah. But I think eventually, I think the 49ers was concentrating on your wide receiver. They put more attention. Now you got him under the contract. Then you go and you deal with your left tackle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, man, he got 3 years left for the contract.
Yeah. But he looking at seeing what all these other fellas signing for.
That's what he want. He want to guarantee $35 million.
Yeah, because shoots, when they cut you don't make no money. It ain't like NBA and all them fellas or the Major League Baseball. When you get cut, you still get when NFL when you get cut, your contract get cut too.
But he have to realize he's the best offensive lineman in the game.
Arguably yes. Arguably yes. Yeah.
You understand? All right, Burley.
Okay, brother. I appreciate the call. 49ers. Oh, Naughty says 49ers, but I'm not going to say that. Call you on there. How you doing?
Yeah, plus Mike McDaniels is the best coach the Dolphins have seen since the late Don Shula.
My son said to me last year, he said, Daddy, I really think we found our coach. And I think the Dolphins have. I think the Dolphins have found their coach.
Yeah, he's good, man. That type of coaching what I see
has a
over the
great
last
offensive
couple of
mind. Yeah.
With the hanky-panky plays and all this and everything, you get some good players. He's pulled out the book, man.
Yeah.
They pick up for third and 2 and third and 5 and stuff like that. He got good players.
And they say you're gonna see some different stuff this year, too. So you don't look for the same type things you saw last year. You can see something different this year. So I'm anxious to see that.
And 52, use my boy. I know you at least went over 30 years, but he's not happening for the Steelers this year, man.
Leave 52. Leave 52 alone.
And the thing about it, my neighbor who's sit down and watch football with me, he's a Pittsburgh and I'm a Dolphin. So I guess I them. So me and him always getting on him. But I'm supposed to tell you.
Wait, you still get my bottle? You still get my bottle there?
Yeah, but
okay,
yeah,
we gonna watch a game together this year. I promise you that.
Yeah, and I can talk to you something next week. What's coming up for next month? What I want me and you do together, and I can talk to you.
You can get me. You know how to find me.
Yeah, but when we pick up a backup quarterback, we sign a backup quarterback.
No, we picked up a wide receiver.
I'm a backup quarterback too, man. I heard him say he signed someone yesterday.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I mean Campbell them and the other fella we pick up here, they bring them back to the Dolphins.
Yeah, and
I heard him saying yesterday they signed someone as a backup quarterback.
I know we still got Skylar Thompson. I don't know if they did sign a quarterback that would be for the practice squad, and I thought it would be the undrafted free agent that we have there. But I'll check it and let you know.
Okay, all right then. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All
right, Mr. Producer, let's take our first break. When we come back, we can talk some more football. We can talk a little more baseball, and we get into the picks. This is Talking Heads Friday, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Pearly in the house. I'll be right back.
These rows of flames are catching a fire.
Reliable and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Printing pension plan. Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's pension plan. Dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's pension plan. Island Game, we got you. Percy's pension plan. From the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, go play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Why can't treat day be every day? Get the new KFC Value Box for only $9.95, packed with one piece of your favorite fried chicken, cheesy mashed potatoes, 3 100% real white meat nuggets, a buttery biscuit, a delicious dessert biscuit, and an ice-cold 16-ounce soda. Name a crunchier deal. You can't. Order your new favorite deal online with Messenger or WhatsApp Hi to 557-3663 to start your KFC order today. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you want to look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, want to step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place, is your place, is your place.
Nassau, get ready for a night you simply won't want to miss. For the first time in over 40 years, experience an evening with Eddie Menace live at the Amphitheater, Nassau Cruiseport on Saturday, October 5th. Tickets are on sale now. Go to ticketboxevents.com or go to the Nassau Cruiseport box office located in the Junkanoo Museum. Joining Eddie on stage, Fran Sean, Gino D, Iris Store, and Tinghamden. An evening with Eddie Menace live at the Amphitheater, Nassau Cruiseport, Saturday, October 5th. Get your tickets now.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
And we're back. Talking Heads Friday, Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Sports Talk. Mr. Producer, one of these days I some bust a tone. I can still start singing for you. But if it sound bad, cut me out quick now. So, Muff, yeah, the Dolphins did sign Tim Boyle. He's the former Jets. I don't know why we keep keeping these cotton-picking Jet quarterbacks. But it's Jets quarterback, they signed, former Jets quarterback. He's going to be in the practice squad. So we signed him. Chosen, who was a wide receiver that's been to the 49ers. We got him back. He's in the practice squad. I think it was, who else? D. Estridge. And I think, Naquin Jones, I think it is, the defensive tackle. So we got 13 people on the practice squad. They still got 3 more people to sign. All right. And so you look at they'll always have a quarterback. They'll have a couple of wide receivers, a running back. They'll have an offensive lineman. They'll have defensive linemen. So, and they are the ones that will get called up if somebody gets hurt. They'll bring you up for a game or two. If you get hurt and you go back to the practice squad. However, any team can sign you off the practice squad. So if the Raiders decide next week they want Tim Boyle, they can make him an offer. But if they sign him, they can't put him on their practice squad. They got to put him on their 53-man roster. So if somebody takes somebody off your practice squad, they're on their 53-man roster. So that's what you gotta think about that as well. All right. So baseball is heating up. I think it's about 30 games left. My Dodgers, first team to 80 wins. Let's get it out there. First team to 80 wins. Big win of the Baltimore Orioles yesterday, helping you Yankee fans out. I watched the game. It was really good. Bobby Miller, second-year pitcher, really had he got his act together. Even though he hurt his knee, he still pitched pretty well. The big guy pitching today, Kershaw pitching tonight. Arizona, we're going into Arizona. That game is at 9:40 tonight. I'm excited about that. But some other games to look at: the Giants lost, got shut out by the Brewers last night. The Padres lost. The Diamondbacks lost. So we picked up games on each one of them yesterday. So that was a big help for us yesterday. The Yankees didn't play, so they only got a half a game on Baltimore yesterday. And I think they left some stuff to do. You had some college football play yesterday. You got the big game was the Colorado game, but they got a big win in there. And then tonight you got some more college football tonight. All right. I don't know if we're going to do them in the picks tonight, so we'll just talk a little bit about the games. Army and Lehigh playing tonight. Oklahoma is ranked 16th this year. They're playing Temple. That should be they got like a 43-point favorite. Jeez, Temple that bad? Temple is that bad this year to be underdogs, 43-point underdogs? Wow. Then you get Florida Atlantic and Michigan State playing today. Duke is a 23-point favorite over Elon. Why do they do these teams? Western Michigan is playing Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a 24-point favorite. And then the big game is TUC and Stanford tonight. All right. But another big game coming up tonight I'm going to be excited about. And we can talk about that a little later. Indiana Fever and my Chicago Sky. So my girls, my WNBA crush, Angel Reese is tonight against certain people who's called you all the time who like Caitlin Clark. Oh, I supposed to do this and I digress a bit. Just forgive me. I try to keep a level head when people say they listen to the show, and some people tell me yesterday, Brother Deal, Brother Gibson, met Brother Moscow today, and I want to say a big shout out to Bishop Minnis, who tell me they listen to the show, encourage me, and I just want to thank them for that while I remember, because I was supposed to do it yesterday and I forgot. But I really appreciate that you listen to me. I really appreciate when I see you on the road and you tell me, hey, good job. You know I'm not perfect. I know I'm going to make some buck my toe here and there, but, we'll get it right. And with your help, we'll even make it perfect one day, all right? All right, I digress. Sorry about that. Let's get back to sports. But while I remember that, at my age, you got to get things in when you do remember it. But baseball is heating up right now. And one of the things that the previous caller, one of the callers brought up about the excitement in baseball right now, and they're talking about teams that are winning. If you really look at that, right, you look at the National League, the Dodgers get the best record in the National League. Then it's the Phillies and the Brewers. So they are the division champs. The front runners right now for the wild card, you got Arizona, the Padres, and the Braves. But if you really look at it, the Mets are 3 games out. The Cubs are 5 games out. You got the Cardinals are 6 games out. The Giants are 6.5 out. And it's stretching a little bit. The Reds are 9.5 games out. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 teams that can make a good run to make the playoffs. So when you got 8 teams that battling for the wild card, that is great for baseball in the National. That's really good for baseball. And then when you look at the American League, the Yankees got the best record in the American League, not the best record in baseball. All right, because you got a certain team called the Los Angeles Dodgers got the best record in baseball. The Phillies got the second best record in baseball, and the Brewers got the third best record in baseball, and then the Yankees fall and they're tied with the Brewers for the third best record in baseball. You got the Cleveland Guardians, who we all grew up known as the Indians, and then the Houston Astros. They're the 3 division leaders. Then the wild card leaders are the Baltimore Orioles, the Kansas City Royals, the Kansas City Royals, and the Minnesota Twins. Okay, so when you look at that, you got Boston 3.5 out, the Mariners 4.5 out, the Detroit Tigers 5 games out, the Rays 6 games out, the Blue Jays 7.5 games out, and to stretch it a little bit, you got the Rangers 9.5 games out. So you got 9 teams battling in the American League that could be in the wild cards, and the teams only got to put a few good games together. This is why they expanded the wild card, and this is what I love about it for baseball. What I don't like it for baseball is my Phillies will have almost a week off, and that kills the chemistry. I would much rather see them add 2 more teams and they get the players right away. Just get to the player and everybody start playing the first week. 1 play 8, 2 play 7, 3 play 6, and 5 and 4 play 5. That's what and 3 play 6 and 4 play 5. I like to see that. That way you keep the momentum going, you keep the movement going, and there's no resting. No killing your chemistry and all that stuff. That's what I like to see. But that's only purely putting it out there. Text says, do we have any up and coming young pitchers? Where is the 5'8" 10-year-old who was reported missing? Start training him as a swimmer and baseball pitcher. That's the kid who. Anyway, I'm not quite certain what you're talking about. When you say text said, do we mean as the Bahamas? I think we have 1 or 2 kids in the minors who are pitchers. A couple of kids in the minors who are pitchers. I'm watching a young man who's moving up the ranks pretty good. His last name is Walcott. I think he played in the Futures game just before the All-Star game, and he really has a bright future. And I look him to see some good things come out of him. Now, they don't usually, in September, they're not calling up as many players as they used to in the past. I think it's called up like 10. I think it's only 2 or 3 they're calling up this time. So I don't know if he will make their team's roster in September, but I look for good things to come for him real soon. He's starting to really look good. So, but I'll ask and check around to see how many pitchers that we have out there, meaning we as in the Bahamas, I tell you, if you mean we as the Dodgers, all we got is pitching. Dodgers got a lot of pitching, got a lot of good young arms. You see Knack, you see Bobby Miller, you see Garvin Stone. All right, these are kids who only either rookies or second-year players doing well. We lost River Ryan to Tommy John, so he's going to be gone all of this season and next season, but hopefully he'll come back. You got Dustin May, who's a young player who's been hurt, who'll be back next year. You got Gosselin, who's another young player he'll be back next year. So the Dodgers got a plethora of young pitchers. So I think Kershaw may retire after this year because you got a lot of pitchers coming up and you got to find space for them. Yamamoto will be back off the injury list. And Otani didn't pitch this year, but he'll be pitching next year. He's one of the top pitchers in baseball when he is pitching. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Early.
Hey.
What do they talk about these Dodgers and these pitching and thing?
Yeah, he's a Dodger. He's a Dodger.
The Dodgers winning the Triple Crown.
Say it again.
Huh?
Say that,
Any pitcher on the Dodgers trying to win the Triple Crown?
Well, you have Shohei. Let me say, I got you. Shohei Ohtani is Shohei Ohtani is in the running for the Triple Crown in home runs, base hits, and RBIs. He's in the running for that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So who you trying to throw at me is to win the Triple Crown?
Which one of your pitchers is the triple red with ERA? Because you know the Braves.
I know we don't have a pitcher in the running because we have many injuries. Yamamoto, my star pitcher,
we got injuries on our team too, man.
Who's your team?
The Braves.
Oh, y'all be lucky y'all make the playoffs.
Exactly. I think we got the best pitching staff in baseball. With too much injuries on our staff, man.
You probably did. You probably did have what you considered, if not the best pitcher, one of the top pitching staffs in baseball. But you do have a lot of injuries. I am impressed with the Braves are doing with the amount of injuries you did this year. You remind me of what my Dodgers did last year.
Talented, skilled players.
Yeah, you have a lot of injuries. Your two best players, Albies, Okuno out, and your two best players are out. Your best pitcher, two best pitchers are out. Yeah, you guys are rolling well. But the problem is with that, you're gonna do fine. But when playoff time come, you're gonna feel those losses.
Get crushed, man. You get crushed in the playoffs.
You can feel those losses.
If we make it,
you can make it.
You just lost to the Phillies last night. You got a game up on them, man.
That's all right. You can be all right with that. I don't expect you to beat the Phillies, but I think you can make the playoffs. But it's just going to be scary to see what happens when you do.
4-4 in the 6th inning, 5th or 6th inning.
What, today or yesterday?
Come back with a flurry.
Yesterday?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. My son is a huge Atlanta Brave fan, so I know I have to listen to him straight through too. We got all these injuries, Daddy. What you making noise about? We hurt.
The Braves is a Bahamas team, boy.
Yeah, a lot of we had Venti Ford that played for the Braves back in the 70s.
Exactly, Eddie
Ford. Venti, not Eddie, the brother.
Ford,
Venti, the pitcher. Yeah, he pitched for the Braves. He had a chance to pitch. So, but in recent times, Bahamas became a Braves. But back in the day, there were New York the Giants, the San Francisco Giants, the Yankees, and the Dodgers were the big. Because that's the ones you heard on the radio back in the day before TV.
You got it. You're correct. You're correct.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it. The text back. I mean young kids still in high school. We need tall pitchers, Bahamas. Yeah, I agree. A lot of baseball players and back in the day, a lot of baseball players not back in the day, but a lot of baseball players don't normally start out as pitchers. Kenley Jensen, who was a closer for the Dodgers for many years, and I think he's with Baltimore. I can't remember who he's with right now. He started out as a catcher. You have some players who started out as outfielders and who were shortstops, and for some reason, and they got up and then people saw them and said, "Listen, why don't you try pitching?" And the fellas just start pitching and they see what they got. So hopefully we will find a diamond in the rough, and hopefully we'll find a couple of kids. But I think we have one or two kids in the system now who are pitchers. I think that was our weakness in the tournaments, pitching. I know when we sent a team with the World Baseball Classic when they played for England, that was a weakness. After the 7, they didn't have enough pitching to hold up. They had enough offense to compete with just about any team in the world, but did not have the pitching, and that's where your strengths are. If you got pitching, you can go far. So I'm proud of the way the Bahamas is developing its baseball players. We're moving in the right direction. We got a bunch of young kids coming up who's signing every year. And we should have another behemoth in the major league ranks joining Jazz really soon. I think Lucius had too many injuries, and other players like that had too many injuries and just didn't get to shine the way they should have. But I honestly think that we should have another 1 or 2 players in the major leagues real soon. The talent is there. For a small country like this, we're putting out a lot of talent in just about every sport. So I'm cool with that. Yeah, but I was just so I'm just looking at baseball and talking about how exciting it is. And I know some people say, oh, that's so boring. I can't watch that. But if you get to know the sport, it is really a good sport. There's a lot of thinking. It's a lot of strategizing. As a batter, you got to wonder if he can throw me a fastball, he can throw me a curveball, he can throw me a knuckleball, he can throw me a slider. And a lot of times it is just the batters guessing well because the ball coming so fast, you don't even know. You have to make a split-second decision. When I talk a split-second, like a half-a-second decision whether I can swing this bat or not. Most batters have in their mind, I'm looking for a fastball, they swing it. They have to make a decision if not to swing anymore because it's not a fastball, it's a slider, it's a curveball that drop off the plate, stuff like that. So that's the joy I find in it. Figuring out what he can pitch next, figuring out if he can steal a base, figuring out if you got enough speed to go from first to third on a base hit. I think it's kind of exciting. It's kind of fun. But then again, really find all sports exciting. So when football come, you don't mess with me. My neighbors, some of them don't even watch a game. They know when the Dolphins score because they hear my mouth. They know when we don't score, they hear my cussing. So, but that's the fun of it and enjoying it. At my age, I can't play it no more, so I gotta just watch and enjoy. And I also told you about my fantasy picking fantasy yesterday. So text her. Don't forget to text me on my regular line. You have the number. And we'll talk about where you should go, who you should look at picking this year, and hopefully you'll win your division this year, your league this year. But I intend to win mine. Last year I was in 3 or 4 leagues. I don't think I'm going to do all of them this year. I think I might just do 1, maybe 2. I don't think I have the kind of time to sit down and concentrate on the teams to sit down and figure out what I can do for 4 teams in before 12 o'clock on a Sunday, or before 1 o'clock on a Sunday, or before 7 o'clock on a Thursday, because one of my like Kansas City pitcher, my quarterback, and then I got to make it right. But I'll say this to you, those of you who are getting into fantasy football, do not pick with your heart, pick with your head. When I first got into it, I just wanted to pick Dolphins. And I'm like, hold on, they don't have all the best players. So I would pass up a wide receiver to go with a Dolphin wide receiver or a Dolphin running back. No, I don't do that anymore. Yesterday I found myself looking at a Buffalo Bill. I was like, should I pick him? Oh my goodness. But the bottom line is, when it comes to fantasy, I don't look at who I pull in for. I look at who I pick, so I can win that league and try be the top and win that prize. All right, we're gonna get into the picks because we gotta go to break. We gotta with football season, I'm starting to do more football, so I got a nice piece on the Dolphins. Good news of Dolphins signing McDaniels and some other things they talk about who they brought back. So today's final 10 is be on Miami Dolphins, and that's for my Dolphin fans out there. But let's get into the picks right away because we got to get to the break real soon. So let's see what we got going on today. We're going to do let's look at the WNBA since my girlfriend playing today. So we're going to go, where we at? Okay. We've got the New York Liberty at the Seattle Storm. Now, the Liberty took one on the chin. The Storm took one too. I like the Liberty. I like the Liberty today. Atlanta Dream and the Las Vegas Aces. I like the Aces today. I'll take them on the money line. The Indiana Fever is at Chicago Sky. I think Indiana's up 2-1 on them in terms of the season series. I like the Sky tonight. That was a tough loss there the other night. They should not have lost that game. And the Minnesota Lynx at the Dallas Wings. I like the Lynx tonight. And let's look at some quick baseball. The Dodgers with the Diamondbacks. Y'all know I'm going with the Dodgers tonight. We got the Braves and the Phillies. I like the Phillies tonight. You got the Brewers and the Reds. I like the Brewers tonight. The Red Sox and the Tigers. The Tigers are battling. I like the Tigers tonight. The Cubs and the Nationals. I like the Cubs. The San Diego Padres are at the Tampa Braves. I like the Rays tonight. The Yankees are hosting the Cardinals. I like the Yankees tonight. I like the Guardians over the Pittsburgh Pirates tonight. I like the Rangers. I like the Oakland Athletics over the Rangers tonight. I like the Astros over the Royals. I like the White Sox losing to the Mets. I like the Twins taking the Blue Jays tonight. And I like the Orioles beating the Colorado Rockies tonight. And I like the upset game for me tonight is the Marlins over the San Francisco Giants. There you have it. It's time for me to go in, Mr. Producer. It's been a great week. Thank you for having me for these last 2 days. Please enjoy your weekend. It's going to be a wet weekend. Be safe on those roads, people. Take your time. This is Pearly, filling in for Naughty today. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Take care of yourselves. See you soon.
Catching a fire. Showed you I love you, you called me a liar. Oh no, 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 no. Baby, tell me where you gone. I've been feeling for your love so long. We can praise God in the moonlight. Baby, if you with me, better do right. And I've been gone too long, and I'm hoping that you sing my song. I've been on this road for way too long.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Put your best foot forward this school year by shopping at John's for your back-to-school footwear needs from toddlers to college students. Have your child looking smart in a pair of Skechers, Nikes, Hush Puppies, Sperry brand styles, and many more. John's collection of durable and sharp styles will have your child stepping with confidence all year round. Need socks and a belt? John's has got you. And don't forget our new Spray Ground or J-Whirl backpack and lunch containers too. You can find all this and more with the best prices and customer service in town at John's on Rosetta Street and Carmichael Road.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, go play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. You can buy your local paper at Freeport convenience stores, Western Bakery, De Gregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Now is the time to reach your Grand Bahama market with affordable packages, including print and digital. Call GB News sales representative Kavandre at 822-6717 or message him on WhatsApp for ad rates. Classified ads are now available every Tuesday as well. Keep up with everything Grand Bahamian every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian.
Girl, you see how Cora eye look funny, all black up yesterday?
But she say she bumped into a wall when she's running after the churn them.
Yeah, but last Saturday you see her arm was all black and blue, right?
What you saying? You think something wrong between her and Jack?
I ain't sure, but you know Jack is a jealous man. I hear him and Cora last Friday. I hear him say he hear Cora have eyes for Junior.
Now you know that ain't true. Cora is a good woman, does mind her business, take care of them churn, and go to church every Sunday. So what you think we should do?
I think we should report Jack, you know. Cora don't say nothing, but silence hides violence, and we don't want to line up in the cemetery.
Not me. I ain't getting in nobody business. Then Jack come after me and I land up next to Cora.
No, man, we could call a text crime stopper. And remember, we can even get some grocery money for our tip.
Remind me again, how does this work?
We can call them in Miami at 328-TIPS or 328-8477. Or when we in the island, call toll free at 300-TIPS or 300-8477. And if you don't have no minutes, use the Crack Crime Bahamas app and we could text them. And the messages get all mixed up before it leave your phone, so nobody can know what you saying.
So what we waiting on then? Let's go earn some grocery money.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
But I am some people world, yet never shine at all. These rows of flames are catching a fire.
The Miami Dolphins got some great news to kick off this Labor Day weekend. Head coach Mike McDaniel signed a contract extension. We'll break down all of that. A familiar name, or I guess I should say face was added to the practice squad. Shout out to Robbie Chosen. And we also have some Dolphins injury news to touch on for Aaron Brewer and Jalen Phillips and their status for Week 1 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll kick off, though, not against the Jaguars, but with Coach Mike McDaniel. Jeff Darlington of ESPN broke the news. McDaniel signed a new contract that extends him through the 2028 season. Under McDaniel, the Dolphins had the top-ranked offense in the NFL in 2023, which was the first time Miami did that since 1994. They also had their first back-to-back playoff appearances in 23 years. I'm told McDaniel has an especially strong working relationship with GM Chris Greer and CEO Tom Garfinkel and cap guru Brandon Shore. It's the type of cohesive group that owner Steve Ross covets. Playoff wins are obviously the final piece to the puzzle, but the organization believes McDaniel's the coach to lead them there. And I just want to say congratulations to Coach McDaniel. I'm glad that he received the stability in his contract and will be guaranteed to be here for at least the next 4 seasons. And now, I guess saying guaranteed to be here is a little bit of a stretch considering, well, if he goes really poorly over the next 2 years, they can just fire him. But I don't forecast that happening with how good of a coach he is. I believe he's a good leader of men. Obviously, he's got one of the best offensive minds in all of football. And with this talented roster that Miami has put together, that is going to be here for the next 2 to 3 years. I think McDaniel is guaranteed to be the Dolphins head coach for 3-4 years to come, and I am excited for that and excited for the future of this football team. More to comment, but I want to make sure you spread the word here at Dolphins Today. If you have a friend, family member that might not have seen the Coach McDaniel extension news, share this video to them. Breaking news, share it to them. Make sure they are the most informed Dolphins fans they can possibly be. And I already know you are because you are subscribed and watching today's video. Just make sure you help everyone else and share today's show. All right, Mike McDaniel has been very solid as Dolphins head coach. 20-16 record through his first 2 seasons. I am excited for year 3, and I know a lot of people are concerned about McDaniel and the shortcomings that have happened late in the year, right, with the not showing up in the playoffs against the Kansas City Chiefs, not finishing against good teams, not playing well on the road in cold conditions. But I just really think that's going to change, man. And as Dolphins fans, I think we can all agree that stability in this front office, in this coaching staff, is just something that we can be very happy about. I mean, I don't want to bring up the past coaches like Brian Flores and other coaches that were before him that just could not get the job done and stay here long term and really have this team humming in the right direction. I think Mike McDaniel clearly is doing that for the Fins, and I'm excited to see where he can take us because I truly do believe it can be a deep playoff run this year and years to come. Get fired up. Are you pumped up that Mike McDaniel's locked in here in the Dolphins organization until 2028? There should only be one answer, and it should be your whys. So type Y for yes, and I'm not giving you another option. Get fired up about Coach McDaniel being locked in. All right, practice squad news here. Robbie Chosen is back with the Dolphins, but Robbie Anderson was the receiver last year for the Miami Dolphins. It cracks me up how many times he's changed his name, but either way, welcome him back. He is on the Dolphins practice squad, and if you remember last season, he played a couple games for Miami and had 4 receptions, 126 yards, and 1 touchdown, including that 75-yarder where he cooked Patrick Surtain in the Dolphins' famous 70-20 win or whatever the final score actually was. But in all honesty and not joking around, there is some actual importance of him being on this practice squad because we know that the Dolphins have 5 active wide receivers right now. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Malik Washington, Braxton Berrios, and Grant Dubose, who they claim off waivers on Wednesday from the Green Bay Packers. And now when you think about what Miami has on the practice squad, they've added 3 wide receivers in Dwayne Eskridge, Eric Ezukama, and then now Robbie Chosen. And with Malik Washington maybe not being able to be the most impactful player week 1 and week 2 in important games against Jacksonville and Buffalo, I think it's important to have some experienced wide receivers on your P squad if you feel like you need to elevate them for that game. And I think that is very much going to be a possibility for the Dolphins, specifically Robbie Chosen, who has obviously experience playing alongside Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, but also in this Mike McDaniel offense playing in meaningful NFL Sunday games. more to come here, but I want to make sure you are subscribed to the channel because you need to be locked in for all Miami Dolphins news, whether it is big-time news or smaller news like Robbie Chosen, big-time news being McDaniel. We're going to cover it all here at the channel. So hit that sub button. We're on the road to 59K. Let's get there before week 1. I think it's possible. All right, I'm actually fine with staying put at wide receiver now. And I know I've said that the Dolphins need to go out there and add some more wide receivers to this roster. But after having the players we have on the Peace Squad, I actually feel comfortable because even though Eskridge is really never put together, he's an experienced guy who's been in the Seahawks organization for quite a while. Robbie Chosen knows what to do. And I think Eric Ezukama can be a fine depth piece. So with the 8 total wide receivers, if you span across the practice squad and 53-man roster, I'm cool with that. I don't think they need to go out and sign anyone. I think those 8 guys can hold it down until OBJ and River Craycraft return after the first 4 weeks of the season. But I will say, though, when you look at what the Dolphins offense is going to do in the first 4 weeks of the year with no OBJ and River Craycraft as they're on PUP and IR respectively, I would expect to see a lot of 2 tight end sets, and I would expect to see a lot of 2 running back sets. Now, I think Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill are going to be on the field quite a lot here, and we're going to try to see how much they can really push. Now, I know Waddle's still dealing with a little bit of an injury, so hopefully he's going to be ready to go. But Jonnu Smith is going to be playing a massive role for this team. And I'm telling you, buy stock now in Jonnu Smith. I think he is going to be one of the most heavily involved players on the Miami Dolphins offense through the first 3 weeks of the season. I don't know if you play fantasy football, and I know we care about Dolphins wins and nothing about fantasy football. But if you do play fantasy football, go draft Jonnu Smith. Go pick him up because he is going to get a lot of jet sweeps, a lot of pop passes, a lot of gadget plays. But I also think Tua is going to look for him over the middle of the field because when he's matched up against linebackers and safeties, he is a mismatch problem due to his size, strength, and speed. He's also a top 3 yak tight end in the NFL, right there with Travis Kelce, George Kittle. I think Jonnu Smith is going to play a massive role for this team, and I think you're going to see a lot of Devon Achane, Raheem Mostert in the backfield, Smith and Smythe, with also Hill and Waddle. I'm very fascinated to see what Mike McDaniel has in store for the Dolphins, and I already know he's game planning a lot for 2 wide receiver, 2 tight end sets with 2 running backs as well. All right, as we get closer to week 1, make sure you are representing the Miami Dolphins every single day. You can do that with this sweet quarter zip. This is just one example, but they also have orange, they have aqua, they have white. Get your quarter zips right now. chatsports.com/DolphinsQZip is the link. It's going to be in the description and comments. A little old school Dolphins logo there. I absolutely love it. And if you've been subscribed to the channel, you know I actually have this and I've worn it a couple times on the show. So make sure you get yours today. Let's break down some Dolphins injury news for the Fins as they get closer to week 1. And there are 2 players that statuses are a little bit up in the air, and Jalen Phillips and Aaron Brewer. But one of them might have said they are good to go. Jalen Phillips yesterday, talking to the media, said that he is rolling, ready to go. Specifically, my Achilles didn't get sore at all and didn't react at all. There is no rebound, no weakness. I feel grateful and blessed. And with Jalen Phillips saying himself that he does not feel sore, he feels no weakness, he has no concern about his get off from the line of scrimmage in that Achilles, then he is going to play week 1. And I said this a couple weeks ago when he was originally lifted off of the PUP list so far in advance to when he needed to be at the 53-man roster cutdown day. I thought he was going to be ready to play week 1. And with the Dolphins keeping only 5 edges with Phillips, Quentin Bell, Chop, Mohamed Kamara, and Emmanuel Agba, and then Phillips saying that yesterday afternoon, it is very clear to me